Hey vlog, so today is Saturday and I'm walking through sunny Roslyn Park, and something that's been on my mind a little bit today or this week in particular is the amount of people that I see, and it comes from I was walking recently with some friends and I had my phone on the end of the stick, so I've got a camera on the end of the stick right now, which where I'm going with this is that some people think might look quite peculiar, and the question is, don't you worry what people think when you walk along? Like, what if people laugh? Aren't you worried about what people are going to think? I said, no, I'm not worried about what anyone's going to think, because the way I look at it is this. I think about the contrast or the perspective of, do I want to look back when I'm 70, 80, 90, 100, 120 and think, geez, I wish I had have done that, but I was worried what people might think. I see so often people, they just piss away any potential that they might have because of their fear of what other people are going to think. And so almost everyone in 2018 has watched something on YouTube and they've watched someone who's doing what I'm doing right now, walking along and talking to a camera. But a lot of people, there's a disconnect between seeing that and actually doing it. So yeah, of course, sometimes you can be a little bit on edge, and almost every single time I walk along with my camera on this stick, capturing footage, which I always get people say, oh, wow, I never saw a building from that perspective before, or, I've never quite seen it like that, which is what I'm going for. But every time I do it, someone laughs, and that's not a self-conscious, oh, someone's laughing at me. That's just visually seeing someone pointing and laughing. Sometimes they're old, sometimes they're young, but it doesn't really worry me. The other thing, almost every single time is you see people that will drive past and, some yell some funny stuff out, others yell out stuff I don't think I'll probably even repeat to the camera. Who cares? What they think, what they say, that's all on them. It's got nothing to do with me, and I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I'm not interested in letting other people's opinions, thoughts, or anything else, and tie up my shoelace, enter into whether or not I might do something. All right, shoelace done, back up. So the other thing, when someone yells out something particularly abusive, I think the best way to handle that is just to meet it with empathy and think, fuck, what the hell had to happen to that person in their life for them to feel a need to sort of call something like that out? Or you meet it with compassion and just think, I don't know, something or someone has stomped on their dreams, and for some reason that's unconsciously given them the belief that they need to do that to other people. It's sad, but the fact of life. But nothing to be worried about, or get caught up on thinking, it's anything threatening, or that that has any consequence. But I'm walking along now and there's some people looking, they're laughing, they're pointing, but nah. But yeah, it doesn't matter. And I think particularly a lot of younger people seem a lot more receptive to it. Or I was walking along in Melbourne the other day doing this, and someone said, hey, are you a YouTuber or something along those lines? Whereas you get a lot of older people and they think, what? Their guard goes up and they think, oh, this person's got a camera, what are they doing with it? Yeah, so interesting perspective, but I also think it's a very short-lived thing. It's, what I'm doing right now seems foreign to some people here in this location, but yeah, it's not. Maybe in the next 3 years, 5 years, it won't be such a weird thing. Anyway, I'll stop moving for a sec. What I'll say about this, and my advice to you, is if you have something that you want to do but you believe that people are going to laugh at you, do it anyway, because it will cultivate an extra level of grit, of determination, of resilience in your mind. It's like building calluses for your brain, and the more you do it, the more uncomfortable you push yourself. And I know a lot of young people particularly avoid discomfort at any cost, and it is uncomfortable. I'm not going to pretend that it's not. It only gets easier by doing it, and I think the more and the more I do it, it's a matter of building while you wait. To start off with, it scared the shit out of me, and I was worried about what people would think. I didn't know how I would come across. I thought some people are going to think this is self-obsessed, but I know what my intent is, and I think that's the thing that complicates the situation is people's lack of self-awareness. When they know their own value set and what they're doing and it's coming from a good place, then it doesn't really matter. The other day I was walking along and I had my iPhone at the end of this stick, and the reason I use a stick is because I don't want people to think that they're going to be in the video. So if someone's walking towards me and I've got the iPhone on a gimbal, potentially they're going to think, you know, this person's recording me, and I don't want that. So very careful about people's privacy and protecting that, which is why I put it on top of a stick and then sort of put it up above my head often, and it also makes a better view. The other day I'm walking along and there's a guy chatting with a couple of, I think there's 3 Telstra guys, and they're sort of down in a ditch putting some new cabling in, and this bloke must have been a local, he was 65 or something like that as a guess. Walking along, and as I get closer and closer, and this guy's just got this jaw-dropped stare. It's hilarious when I think back, but he's chewing these blokes' ears off that are down in the hole, and he's saying blah 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 about all the line replacements over the year. I could hear him from a block away, and as I got closer, probably within under a metre, he goes, "Hey boys, get a load of this bloke, he just can't get enough of himself." So it's funny, it's obviously his perspective, but so he said it as if no one else could hear, and I don't know, I just kind of found that quite funny, as if I wasn't there at all. And not only that, I couldn't have possibly been taking a selfie because it was directly above my head. So anyway, I think that's the thing, you just got to laugh at it and don't take yourself too seriously. That's the key. So that's today's message. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for my next video.